anyị nakwa n'obi ikolo mmụọ.
Welcome to another episode of Omenani with Tobo Sigwe, Igbo. Today I will be talking about Afa, Igbo divination system. Igbos believe that when you encounter a serious problem or when something strange happens to you, you go and find out if all is well. That's what we call Ejuase. When something happens to an Igbo man or an Igbo woman, something strange, something inexplicable, the Igbo man or Igbo woman will be asked, Jego Kwanafa, that means, have you gone to find out what the problem is? Have you gone to find out if all is well? Now, right here before me is the foremost divination system in Igbo, Afa Ugili. This is a tortoise shell. This is where it's like a bag for Afa Ugili. This is Mpiato. Ato is bull. It's another instrument used by some Libya diviners in their divination process. It depends on the diviner's inclination. The diviner can do without this. But this Afugili here is believed to be the most authentic, the most reliable divination system for Igbos. Personally, this is my own personal opinion. I try not to encourage people to go for divination every now and then. My own teaching, my own personal teaching is that leave Afa or visit Afa when something strange happens to you or when you are confused and you have tried to think out a solution to that problem and you cannot find the solution. That's when you can now start digging deep or trying to resort to Afa. Personally, I encourage people to go to Afa when they are genuinely confused about a problem and they have thought through that problem. They cannot find a convincing answer. They might even go to meet some elders, wise people, to ask them about solution, and they cannot get a convincing solution or convincing answers. I want to believe that there is a reason we as a human being, we have a brain, a thinking faculty. I don't think that we should allow Afa to solve problems that our brains are supposed to solve for us. That is not how one should live life. So I believe personally that one should go to Afa when the problem is beyond the person, when the problem is overwhelming. That's when the person should resort to divination. This is my own personal opinion about divination. It is not, I'm not in any way trying to bring down the efficacy of Afa, but to say anything worth doing is worth doing well. Now, before I proceed, I want to talk about the features of Afa. I don't know whether I should use the word Christian Igbos. Some people believe that this is satanic, this is demonic. There is nothing demonic about Afa. There is nothing satanic about Afa. I'm not saying that Afa is 100% accurate. No, it is like going to Google to find out information if you are confused or if you are looking for answers. Yes, the answers or solutions you find in Google may be 70% correct, maybe 80% correct, maybe 90% correct, can as well be 100% correct. Depends on where you are getting the information, the source of your information. That is how it is with Alpha. It depends on the diviner behind the Alpha. The diviner behind the Alpha is like the fountainhead. If the diviner has a problem, the divination, whatever is coming out of the diviner, may be problematic. Now, I wouldn't want to start disconstructing all the items in this, but for me to explain that there is nothing demonic about it, I will explain the basic items used in the making of Alpha. This is Ugili. Ugili, I don't know the English name or the botanical name, but in Igbo we call it Ugili. Obono. The seed is removed and the bark is used in producing it. This is Ugo Oko. It's a kind of pear. Now, this is the bone of a fish, Asa, salmon fish. The English name of Asa is salmon, salmon fish. This is the 3 items. Apart from this rope, these are the 3 items used in the making of this Alpha. You can see that there are 4. Altogether, the seeds are 16. Right now, as it is, they are open. That means it is not saying anything. But once it is flipped or it is thrown, it's saying something. Even if you throw it and all of them are open, it has said something. But right now it is not thrown. I just placed it on this table and opened it upward. So it's not saying anything right now. Now the features of Alpha, it has its own unique language. It has its own unique language. Many people believe that the language of Alpha is the oldest Igbo language. The language of Alpha is totally different from the day-to-day Igbo language many parts of Igbo nation are speaking. So the first feature of Alpha is that it has its own unique language. That's why those who want to learn Alpha, you first of all start with learning the language of Alpha, what we call Onu Alpha, Atolopa, Ose, Ijite, Aka, Ora. So, for example, when you turn it like this is called Ijite. How it is now is called Ijite. If you turn it here again, it becomes Ogeli. Right? If you turn this one now, it becomes Aka. You turn it like this, 4. When 4 is closed, it becomes Apple. When all of this is open, it becomes Obi. That means if you combine this one that is close to this, it becomes Apuobi. And you turn this one here, it becomes Otule. It means Apuobi, Apuotule. Right? And you turn it like this, it becomes Apuose. This is Ose when it's like this. So it have its own unique language. Now, another feature of Alpha is that it has some hidden or some lost histories of Igbo language are embedded in Alpha. Most times when someone is learning Alpha, you are actually learning the history of Igbo. There are some things about Igbos, their philosophies that are embedded in Onu Alpha. That is in the divination system, in this divination system. Another feature of Alpha is that it shows Igbo reading system. Some people call our ancestors unlettered people. Some people call our ancestors unlettered people. Those who say things like that are those who do not know about Alpha. Alpha takes a lot of intelligence. Alpha is an education, it's a school on its own. So it shows the Igbo reading system. For example, we were colonized by the British. Their reading system goes from left to right. Left to right. If you are reading, you read from left to right. But in Afa, it shows that Igbos read from right to left. If you want to read Afa, you start from the right and start reading, coming to the left. So it shows Igbo reading system. That means our ancestors, we are educated. We have a reading system. Our ancestors were not unlettered, like most Igbos claim, or our colonizers claim. Our ancestors were educated. It's there in their Afa, in their divination system. This is our own educational system. Now, in Afa, another unique feature of Afa is that in Afa, you find out some Igbo words that you may not even know the meaning. Like, for example, growing up, there was this Nollywood actress, Ushe Osotule. I found it very difficult cracking the meaning of that surname, Osotule. What is the meaning of Osotule? What is the meaning of Osotule? It was till I learned the language of Afa that I knew the meaning of that surname. It is gotten from the two Afa words, Ose and Tule, which means happiness. Osotule, it means happiness. That's the meaning of that word, Osotule. And that's how it is. There are some words, Igbo words that you might hear, you might not even know the meaning when you try to use the average understanding of your Igbo to crack it. Like when you hear something like Ofuorili, you cannot explain it. It means a vagrant. But once you understand the language of Afa, you know the meaning of deep Igbo words. Some people say Ogeli. They refer to women as Ogeli. But if you understand Onuafa, you know where that language is coming from.
Anyị nakwa n'obi ikolo mmụọ.